There it is, folks. Flea Land, Kentucky's largest flea market. And you are watching the Flea Land Chronicles. All right, folks, let's get started. Another day, another dollar. Let's get going in here into the Flea Land. What's up, man? Like I said, you always see this booth when I very first come in, but I don't know that I've ever showed these little machines here where you can try to get the money. So this is in the lobby. You got these couple of picnic tables to hang out. This is right across from the grill, just for perspective. Anyway, these classic little quarter machines, and there's like a couple of 20s laying on top. They're trying to get people to put more money in there. They got quite the pile waiting to fall over the edge on here. Anyway, let's get on in here and get to my booth. All right, so right outside the men's restroom there, you got a video game booth. So like this is right in the lobby, like right when you first come in, where I was showing all that stuff earlier. So they got all kind of Guitar Hero guitars. They got these Skylander Giants. I know, well, that's the Disney Infinity, but the Skylander Giants there was pretty popular. So they got a lot of your Rock Band games and Guitar Hero games right here on the front, because that's still pretty popular. But you can see there's some sports games they got. So that's some old Sega NFL 2K, some old Dreamcast games. Okay, so yeah, they got all kind of stuff, even a Sega CD.
Shoppers, you're going to want to go down aisle B and see Rick's gallery and enter a drawing to win one of his beautiful original oil paintings to celebrate his selection as Vendor of the Week. Rick has thousands of collectible cards.
I was letting Jay make the announcement there over the loudspeaker.
You can also find collectible coins, silver, foreign coins.
He's talking about Rick's gallery, which is down aisle D, which is where I'm at. So yeah, Xbox One games, $8 on some of these, $5. So all kind of Xbox games. There's Wii games, some Lego games there, different accessories like Wii controller type stuff, PlayStation 4. This booth's starting to get a little busy, so I'll probably stop filming it, but there's a bunch of Nintendo DS stuff. Anyway, that's most of the kind of stuff that this booth has. I'm going to walk around on the outside here so you can see what he's got. More Skylander Giants, and this is right here by the grill, funnel cakes we talked about. Like I said, this is right here by the lobby when you first come in, and you can see people gathered around those game machines that I showed when I first come in this morning. Anyway, this is the kind of stuff they got in this video game booth right here by the men's restroom. Okay, they actually even have, looks like, some Pokemon cards. These may be, let's see, are they Yu-Gi-Oh or Pokemon? Maybe. Okay, it looks like Pokemon. There may be, yeah, well, there's Magic. So they got a few different cards mixed in. And there's kind of a look at their back wall. We'll get a shot of that. They got systems, used systems and stuff on the back wall. So pretty cool. There's some old Nintendo games. So a pretty cool booth for sure at the Flea Land. This is right here in the lobby when you first come in between the restrooms and the grill. We're gonna check around some more later on today. Here's some footage of cousin Davy hard at work.
Probably about 40. Because it's almost 50 years old.
He was talking about an old chess set there, a vintage chess set. Anyway, I was trying to catch Davy pricing some figures here. We're getting a little work. Look at him go, folks. Just look at him go. We seem to have an abundance of yellow stickers that's not getting used that much. But anyway, it happens.
I get that fixed. You can sign some stuff too, so we'll use it.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. The yellows are supposed to be for people consigning merchandise with memorabilia collectibles. So if you got something you want to sell and you want us to sell it for you, we could put it in our booth, in this big booth that we've got all this space in, which it's getting pretty full, but we got room. We'll find space. We got tons of years of retail management experience and merchandising experience to keep working in new products. Anyway, we'll check back later on in the day. on, Davy. I was going to get a look at these. We've had these in the case, but I hadn't really got a chance to get a video of them. So these are like Roy Rogers guns. These are right at 100 years old. These are from the 1920s. So anyway, I wanted to get a shot of those. We've had them in the case, but Davy, we had them out showing them to a customer. We'll check back later on today. All right, so here you can see, here's some of the outside booths. Yeah, I'd mentioned before that there's an outside portion to the flea market. Well, this is that they got here. They got all these different skins here. You never know what kind of booths you're going to see outside, but it's still early, so a lot of them aren't set up. But of course, I got to get inside to my booth. So, but I usually on Sunday mornings come outside and walk around for a minute and see what's happening out here before I get started. And people, like I said, are still coming in throughout the day, but this is what it looks like when you very first get here. It's a few minutes after 8. So look at this. We got a bunch of movies. We got a bunch of sports cards, Star Trek. We even got Pokemon. So we got all kind of cards and games out here. Game Boy Advance, Game Boy games. We got a few loose wrestlers here. So like I said, I got here early this morning so I could come out here and walk around outside and see what was happening. But like I said, most people aren't here yet, but you can see all of these are potential booths, and you might see in the distance there's some fruits and vegetables. I see a few tall toys standing up over here. Let's go look at this booth and see. I see a few 12-inch figures standing up over here. And sometimes people just cover their stuff with tarps like that till they get it all set up. Anyway, you can see all down this whole run. I'm not going to record every single section of this. We're going to stop right here where these tall toys are out real quick, and then we'll come back. All right, and we're back at it. And like I said, you can see a lot of these tables are empty, but you never know. You got some shoes and some galoshes there on this one, all kind of little knickknacks. You never know what people's going to have out here. Like I said, we're getting into some more typical flea market type stuff down here with these fruits and vegetables. We're coming up strong on, looks like what, some squash, some tomatoes, sweet potatoes, bell peppers. We got a nice setup, so it looks good. All these little quarts or whatever they are look pretty good the way they got them set up there. Oh, they got canned goods. $1 Million Pickles, it says. Countryside, Spring Valley Farms, pickle beets, some chow chow. All right. You know, hadn't noticed chow chow. I guess people make chow chow, but I noticed it in the grocery store. I hadn't noticed it out here too much. But like I said, tables of miscellaneous goods, jeans. A lot of your people outside, like I said, you know, they're not necessarily permanent. Sometimes they are. Look at all these Mickey Mouses, Minnie Mouses. Look at all that. But a lot of times the vendors out here aren't permanent vendors. They just come, you know, like maybe every few weeks or something, or they, you know, some of them are. This mask vendor, I've actually noticed them out here before, a whole table full of masks. But anyway, you can see what's going on out here. Here's another toy booth. I see some pop vinyls and a few figures on the table. Let's see, actually just bins of cards there. I guess pick and choose. We'll see what's on the table here. Anyway, that's about the end of it, other than that fruit market at the end. So we're going to wrap up recording on this deal for a bit. We'll check out what's going on inside here in a little bit. All right, I wanted to get a little footage of this empty booth here. So every once in a while a vendor vacates, and what happens is, as you can see, this is pretty close to the main aisleway compared to all the way down there. So a lot of times people will fight. It's not necessarily fight, that's not the right word, but based on seniority or whatever, people will try to move and get up closer to the front, because in theory, the closer you are to the front, the closer you are, you know, the door and the main traffic ways, and, you know, in theory, you might get more business. Obviously, more traffic equals more business. So the reason I'm showing this booth is my good buddy Jimmy, who's actually located next to me, is going to be relocating there next week. So we'll actually check in on that. And I'm not 100% sure who they said is going to go by me. We can see Flea Land Vendor of the Week is Rick's Gallery here. And I've mentioned Rick's Gallery. We'll try to get a little footage of them with the paintings. And I've kind of, you know, come by them before. But they actually do class sign-ups, like oil painting classes, oil painting workshop. So he does different classes where he'll teach people there. Rick's Gallery. So anyway, you can see that, what they got going on in here. And like I said, they got cards. You can see, look, a little bit of die cast on the wall back there. Like I said, they're not open yet. I'm here early. I've been filming outside this morning, and I've been filming, you know, in here, a couple of these empty booths and stuff. But you can see some die cast on the wall, and they got their display cases. And I think they even sell, yeah, they even got some top loaders, which those have been hard to come by lately. Look, he's even got a thing that says golf there. Anyway, like I said, I've showed their sign before, but that's what's going on at Rick's. They got, you know, they do coins, they do these paintings, they got these cards. Let's see here, yeah. So anyway, that's what's going on in Rick's. And like, this is right next to the arcade, which is right across from me. So anyway, let's go ahead and get my booth open for the day. There's a quick look at the arcade without it being all noisy. I'm sure you'll hear it sometime throughout the day with the videos. And Kentucky Treasures, like I said, has got this garage door. Anyway, let's get going, folks. So here we got a look in at Flyin Brian here in the midst of all this mess that I'm working on. So when Flyin Brian's not buying toys here, he's buying Born in the USA, Bruce Springsteen album here, and a sweet, sweet classic that's 50 years old, Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young. Sweet. Deja vu.
-25 when it came out.
-25, he says, when it come out. Anyway, so he picked these up out here at the Flea Land. Anyway, we'll get a look at Flyin Brian. He's wearing his American Nightmare Cody shirt today.
Just get tired of him and want to go do his own thing.
And we'll get a nice look at Cousin Davy and Brian.
Such a nice poser for the camera.
So here's some footage of Jimmy moving this stuff. I'd mentioned earlier that he was clearing out his booth because he's moving on down the way. So there's actually Jimmy hard at work moving a table. Look, they're going to take the stuff with all the merchandise on it. I could be helping them instead of filming. That would probably be the courteous thing to do. Look at how strong Jimmy is. Yeah, so next week Jimmy's going to be cleared out of this booth. I'm not sure, rumor has it that this booth next to it's going to move into this spot, but I don't know. She's not here. She had to leave, so I'm not sure if that's what's really going to happen. But anyway, you can see Jimmy is moving right down the aisleway like we had mentioned before. So next week I will actually show you a setup of his booth. We'll walk down here and get a glimpse of it in action. He's just kind of piling all of his stuff against the wall. It looks like he'll have to get it set up how he wants it. But this is what he got going on. So he's expanding from 2 booths to 3 booths. He's even got him a little garage door over here. So anyway, he's getting this all figured out. But next week, once he gets it set up, we'll get a stronger look at it. And here's Cousin Davy figuring out the day's sales there. We keep a journal, you know, and then at the end of the day, we tally it up. So Davy's basically going ahead and doing the tally. It's right now just about closing time. I need to get the tarp. Of course, we've had the TV on with football. I said that we brought a TV up here, so there's some proof of some football going on the TV up here in Flea Land. You know, and then Jimmy's moving, so I like kind of took some stuff off the wall a little bit so it wouldn't fall, get knocked off while they're moving stuff around here. I don't want to really get much footage of that little girl playing hopscotch, but anyway. Another day is closing down at the Flea Land here. There you go. You can get to see Davy writing down some stuff hard at work. Cousin Davy, Flea Land, Bowling Green, Kentucky. So here's Jimmy's old booth. He's actually got it cleared out right at closing time. So next week we'll get a look at his new booth and we'll see who our new neighbors are going to be.